United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you call the housing authority to successor custody?
Quorum is present.
Any person wishing to address City Council on today's agenda may do so at this time.
We're official of the First District. I wanted to ask and hopefully know from you them with regard to this D3 site. What are you planning to do with that site? That site has been all these years, and it keeps coming up, you know, and now, you know, I guess you're proposing that a certain church that we all know that is here should take their hands and join with this guy from Burbank and again use that to get over on us like they have in the past, you know. So I'm just wanting to know honestly, you know, what you're planning to do with that site over there. You know, at one time I thought that the bus rail system was going to come in there and use that site over there. But you know, we don't, you know, get any honest information, in my opinion, for most things that you do here. And I guess, you know, that's your game, you know, to not allow people to really know what's happening before it happens. So I've asked you, you know, for some explanation. Don't know that I'll get it from any of you. You know, if you are planning to move this thing, you know, we, the public, ought to know, you know, what your plans are for it. So that's my question to you with regard to that issue, and I'm hoping you'll answer.
Council members, my name is Diane Sombrano. I likewise have a question with regard to what you're planning to do with the property known as D3. For many years, it's been the tumbleweed field, and it was the planned multi-generational something for which we didn't have any funding. So then it went back into this, that, and the other. As of this point, we still don't have any renderings for the public to look at that we have, other than, I'm assuming, since you said last week, we were 10 minutes over the 1 hour, that we will have less than an hour opportunity to discuss how you're going to change the future of our community. Yes, there have been planning committee meetings, but those, of course, do not go on television for the public to find out exactly what has been happening, and very few people are able to attend those meetings on a regular basis, guessing when and what will be discussed, much like very few people who actually have jobs are able to attend the 2 o'clock meetings. So, as the concern was expressed, I would hope that you have a public hearing, not to decide what happens, but just to show us what potential plans are and actually give the public the opportunity to raise questions, concerns, and maybe even make some changes. I don't think that will happen. You tend to already have your minds made up before you get here. But additionally, I would like to know on today's agenda why we are paying $16,000 to MSG, the forum. And hopefully we'll get an answer for that sometime before the meeting concludes. Thank you.
Gil Matthew, District 4, Mayor and City Council. On payment of the bills, I noticed we transferring a lot of interagency transfers, and particularly concerning litigation. And what I'm asking is, when you budget for the payments, Is it unlimited funds in the non-denominational budget? Because you're simply always paying extra out of the non-departmental, should I say, when you make these interagency transfer. I'm just raising that question. Also, I understand that you have an auditor, a new auditor on board, $10,000. That's a special audit, or what is it? And concerning the special public hearing, I'm glad it's moving forward. Now, you have 4 acres that's being developed. That's between Market and on the west, and let's see, Market on the west, and then no, it's not La Brea. It's going east. Market going east, and then Florence to Queen. And it's 4 acres. Now, the question to me is, you have a developer who is doing the parcels, or whatever his plan is, and you're selling all the parcels to one developer. Is that correct? And other than you're also selling city property to one developer. And I asked this question before when I was at the meeting when all the developers were here, is how are you going to determine what a tenant can do other than what the developer wants? And also the proceeds. Now, the proceeds from the oversight commission, those go to reduce the money that you owe. That goes to the taxing entities. Now, the city-owned property, where do those proceeds go? To the general fund to be expended? And then what is the plan? Do you have a draft plan? What's going to go on the 4 acres? And also, you need the public hearing at 7 o'clock. And you have nobody here today because this is the first time in the history of Inglewood you've had a meeting after a holiday. But anyway, I just thank you for the time. See, the people are with you. They just want to be included. And nobody's coming from an adversary world.
Right.
Yeah.
My name is Willie A.G., and I live in the beautiful city of Inglewood. I'm proud of it. Now, that 4 acres of land over there, it's been vacant at least 20 years, I believe, close to 20 years. How much revenue have the city, brought in from that 4 acres of land that's been sitting there?
That would be nothing.
Nothing, zero. That's one of the main reasons why the city was going broke before we brought these people up here, the council and staff. We're developing the city now. And hopefully this 4 acres, known as the D3 site, will be developed, and it's gonna bring lots of money to the beautiful city of Inglewood. And I'm so proud of that, and anybody that's not proud of it, if I was them, if I was that miserable, I'd just leave Inglewood and wouldn't come back here no more. What are you staying here for, But bottom line is, growth is what makes this city grow. Money to pay the bills, pay the employees, pay staff. And that's why we got development. And thank God we got a council and staff here that's willing to go up and get the development and stuff, to make this city what it ought to be. And that's why I support you guys 200%, because I know what you're doing. I know we had a developer that was gonna do the D3 site and it went down the drain, But I just hope this one happens, and, like I said, thank God for this council, staff, the elected officials. I tell you, I'm just proud. I walk in this city every day and feel happy. Yes, 4th of July, I was happy. I had my big flag flying on my street. I think I was the only one that had a flag flying. But proud of it. Keep up the good work.
Mr. Agee.
Thank you.
Chris or Mindy, would one of you, whoever feels to be best, to answer a couple questions before me come up? Mindy, you probably, whichever. Thank you very much. Just a couple questions. How many public meetings have we had about this site and this project?
This item has come to the city council about 2 or 3 times thus far, and we had 2 community workshops.
Right. Were those workshops in the evening?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Is the project described in the staff report?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and was it noticed, Ms. Horton?
Yes, it
Was
was.
noticed.
Yes, it was.
And finally, and so if anybody wanted to know what this project was, there were ample opportunities for them to inform themselves. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, that's all I needed to know. Thank you. Closed public comment. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council and agency members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Um,
Excuse me, SPH1, I'm sorry.
Staff report requesting that a public hearing be set to approve the disposition and development agreement with Thomas Safran and Associates for a mixed-use development on 6 parcel totaling for 4 acres located at Market Street between Florence Avenue and Queen Street.
Set the public hearing for July 21st, 2016 at 2 p.m. A1,
Thank you, Mayor. There's no oral reports from the city attorney's office.
CM1,
No city manager reports.
CC1,
No reports, thank you.
CT1, there will be no reports. Public comment, any persons wishing to comment on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered may do so at this time. 1 minute.
Last meeting, Mayor Butts, I brought to you my concerns about not having meetings at 7 o'clock. I also suggested to you at this time, for this 1 minute, that people, in order to ask and questions about the city or what's going on, should be given more than 1 minute. You, at the end of the meeting, had the nerve to suggest that having more than 1 minute would allow people of ignorance, basically what you said, is to show their ignorance. I say to you that that's what I'm talking about with regard to this city and the people in it. We should have the right to say and, whatever you want to say and have the time to say it. And I hope that on the 8th, when you go to court, to answer Mrs. Ono, that maybe the judge will give you the time to see that we're not getting sued again to lose money for this city.
We'll close public comment. No, we'll close public comment, then get up, then please. No, Mr. Brown, don't wait for him. If you want to speak, please get up, all right?
Honoring our elders is apparently right up there with honoring the residents. We probably shouldn't. We bark at them, we're unkind to them, and we call them ignorant in this room, isn't it? That's your standard op. And I'm going to say right now, the interesting thing about this is that every time you behave like that, you behave like that, and your counterparts allow it. I wonder how many young men are sitting in jails today behind that kind of behavior for the many years that you were a police officer. You have, individually, changed my opinion of police officers entirely. And I've shared that with many of my family members who are police officers, and I encourage them to never act as you have. Bullying is not appropriate, and I think that you should take notice of how you behave, because clearly members of your family have figured out that other people's lives are not important. And unfortunately, your daughter is imitating your behavior, and she unfortunately may be the price of your enculturating a belief of bullying being okay.
To be here, but I made it my business to come here mainly for Mr. Butts. I just want to let you know on April 10th, I don't live in Inglewood, but I lived in Los Angeles since 2007. I just started a brand new job, left the barbershop. I'm going to keep this very brief. One of your police officers rolled down his window as if he was a gangster and asked me in these exact terms, "Yo, where are you from?" I could not answer that because I don't participate in that type of activity. He jumped out of the vehicle with a child in the car with a vest on, no gun. I was detained. He put the handcuffs on me very tightly, threw me against the car. I have a disability in my left hip, metal plates, pins, screws, a plastic rod for the rest of my life. I asked him for an ambulance, medical attention over 5 times. Officer Rivers, badge 986. He ignored me. You know, he had a body camera on. And it just, you know, for him to let me get out the car, take me out of the cuffs, and just say, "Get the hell out of here," I just want to let you know, as mayor, I don't appreciate it. And
What
I
was the
think
location, sir?
the location was a eucalyptus in Halldale. Halldale and a eucalyptus. I was just leaving the
You
barbershop.
say Halldale and Newport?
Halldale, yes, just north of Centinela. You know, he didn't call it in. He didn't report it to dispatch. I had to call the ambulance.
Hillsdale, maybe?
Hillsdale, I'm sorry. I had to call the ambulance on my
Complain
own.
to the police department?
I did, and I met with Sergeant Loudermilk of Internal Affairs, but I just feel like, you know, I could have been killed and just left there in the streets, and he pulled off and left me
Okay,
there.
well-
Even if you shoot somebody,
Okay, sir,
they give them an ambulance. I
it-
should have got one.
I get that. So if you made a complaint, the police department's gonna investigate it, and you'll
But
be
if they
noti-
killing people in a car that's
you'll be-
unarmed,
and
can
you-
I trust them?
Okay, sir, you're at time. Thank you.
Okay, I'm patient. I'm done?
Yes, you're done.
Okay, but please look into that, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gil Matthew, District 4. And Mayor, that seat is comfortable, that way it should have the height for disabled people. And you might be able to raise these seats, you know, with the pipe underneath. Anyway, first thing, congratulate the council on this. We're moving in the right direction with the D2 site and moving forward. However, I'm concerned about the proceeds from the sale of the properties and what's going to happen to the city property that's for sale. I assumed it was going to go up for auction, but it went another way where people that have individual properties, now the question is how you're going to assemble privately owned properties that's not owned by the city. And yet, you're coming up with a plan on how to develop it. Now, as far as the D3 site, there's other sites included in addition to the D3 sites
Thank
on
you, Mr.
Queen.
Matthew.
Thank you.
I would like to ask this council one question. Are the public notified of these meetings?
Yes, they are. On the internet, posted in the libraries, posted in the city clerk's office, the same way it's been since the system began.
And they have an opportunity to come to these meetings if they want to?
Absolutely.
This is the public here. I'm the public. I come because I want to come, because I'm interested. You're not going to get everybody in here. But this is the public, and you're the council. So you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and I'm doing what I want to do. Come and see what's going on with the council, and I approve of it. I don't know why these people complain, but they have a right to complain, but, you know, they ought to go out there and load all these people up and bring them here every week. Maybe they'll be satisfied
Thank you, Mr.
then.
Agee.
councilman and the mayor. I'm kind of nervous.
No. Just,
I have
just.
pictures. Okay, I'm gonna read it right quick. It's off the press. That's my councilman, so blame George Johnson. Mayor of Inglewood, City Council, concerned stakeholders. This is salient events of July the 4th. Some residents of the 89th of South 11th Avenue are concerned for their safety and well-being due to the continued events that occurred during Independence Day celebration. This year has added to the fear and frustration with added effective residents of the immediate area. In other words, I'm on 11th Avenue from 8:30 p.m. I got it in writing. I've documented it. From 8:30 p.m. to 2:30 this morning, they shot off a sonic boom type noises. The police came this morning. We got pictures of Alice Tucker is my neighbor. She's 80. She's fearful. She's got the debris all on her garage, all over her yard and everywhere else. I've got pictures of the area. Every year they come, and they were bringing crates to set up their the explosive display. And so we got concerned citizens on the 89, 13, 11th. They're 80, they're 75, they got pacemakers. The police was there. So we're asking, can you guys, once every 30 minutes during the 4th of July, in the after from 8:30 to about 1 o'clock to try to get them. They coming in carloads with their crates of explosives. And they're fearful, and they sent me here, and they told me to type it up, and I'm only, an advocate of the seniors in my neighborhood. Thank you for listening. And I've got it in writing if you can get a copy later. Thank you.
Okay, close public comment. Any council comments?
Yeah, I have one, Mayor.
Go ahead.
First of all, sir, gentleman just left the mic. Would you please meet me after the meeting? All right, thank you very much. Okay, I just have one announcement. The District 1 Family Day in the Park. Put it on your calendar for Saturday, July 16th. It'll be at Edmondson Park, 700 Warren Lane, from 12 to 6. It's going to be a great event. We'll have a health and wellness screening, community resource, live entertainment, food trucks, line dancing, 3-on-3 basketball, sack races, and the swimming pool will be open. So please come out, bring your family, have a good time, and enjoy yourself. And thank you for coming out today, and we'll see you next week.